Right then, boys, we're all clear to go.
Wait.
There you go, he was the first play in the book, looks like a Dakota. Oh, it's a low pass.
Yeah, so that's one of our pilots, spare pilots today, so then we should be seeing the rest of the team making their way up shortly.
Okay, cool. Nice one.
How many sort of air shows have you had for your crew?
This is our first one. We've only been going 2 weeks as a crew, but I've never used to be in the same crew as been on Trick before. We've known each other a while, so.
Yeah.
So I just messaged him on WhatsApp saying he told me he was joining a new crew.
Yeah.
How about an air show? And he said, okay, cool.
Hello. What's happening, Mum?
One thing that we've dropped, we're not doing the roll-on synchro, but so you know when we come in towards the
okay, so it's just purely the brake.
And then brake.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing the roll.
Yeah, so it's just the brake itself.
Yes, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, no worries.
Other than that, it's like it was last time.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, pal. Nice.
Good luck.
See you in a bit.
In a bit. So no pressure then.
Oh. Is it not?
Well, there's plenty of pressure, pal.
These have got some hard work to do. It's intense. Yeah, it's really intense what they do, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not that, it's trying to fly straight. You still get turbulence in the game as well, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we, as a team, train about 2-3 times a week for about 2 hours, just to try. What's that?
Do you get demands like this? Do you get demands from other crews too to watch? Or?
Yeah, we've been displaying for a few other crews. We have like a flight community, if you like. So yeah, yeah, there's a fair few displays that we have to do. We've got 3 this weekend.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so quite popular at the moment. Yeah, we get grounded over Christmas because of the snow. So, but unlike you lot can carry on.
Yeah, we just keep battling on the ground. We do.
Yeah. Right then, so the team are making their way over.
Okay.
And shortly we shall start. Yeah, so I'll just guide your eyes in the right direction, hopefully, with a bit of luck.
Yeah. If you look on your big map, see which way they're going, so you can see which way they're coming in.
Yeah. So yeah, they will be coming in straight ahead of us very shortly. So what they're doing is just getting ready out in the distance. Doesn't take us long to slot in before we start the display. So we're just getting into our first formation for the display. You can just see the nose lights on the jets as well. So the gear will be coming up, the colour will be coming on as well. So one of the most prominent displays on the calendar is of course a Bastille. So this is the Bastille loop. So as they hit the top of the loop, hitting about 6,500 feet, the lead jet, which we call Athos 1, he's now going to twist this formation halfway down. There we go. And they're now just going to make their way right over the top of us, So if you're going to get some pictures tonight, this is going to be one of the best. So here they are, in from the right hand side. This is the Bastille Pass. So there we go, the pilots aiming to be within 6 feet apart of each other as they exit to the left hand side. You can see the blue, white and red of the French flag. Of course, our real world inspired display is the Patrie de France.
That looks fantastic. Look at that.
And of course the Patrie de France is one of the oldest display team, well, the oldest display team in the real world, and what we do is try to imitate their display as accurately as possible. So each jet of course has its pilot, and each pilot is assigned its code name or call sign, which is Athos. We then number each pilot, so the lead jet of course starts with 1. So Athos 1 today is at the front of the formation leading the team, and he's got about 2 years of flight experience and has started the team back in June. So here we go, they've changed the formation. The front 4 jets in a tight diamond, the back 2 jets following them nice and closely in dart. So as they exit out to the right hand side, you'll see yet another loop. One of the we tend to like our loops in this display, so there's plenty of them, and you can see just how close the team are in the formations as well.
Wow.
So the team of course started in June, and since then we've grown pretty quickly. And the jet on the right hand side of the lead one is Athos 2. Athos 2 for this year is George. He is also a team leader of his own. He leads the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, one of the classic aircraft display teams in the real world, imitating aircraft from World War II. And he joined us pretty early on in the team's life. So here we go in at Crowd Centre. This is the Falcon Loop. So what Athos 1's doing there is just bringing up the team in a very, very slow loop, and that just helps us make sure that the formations are as tight as possible. He's now going to twist that formation out to our left hand side. So there at the bottom of the loop you can see the back jets just trailing behind slightly, and now what they're going to do, they're just going to, as a collectively as a team, tighten that formation as they swing it from the left hand side. Then this is the Falcon Pass.
Amazing. If anyone got any good photos, please share them on Discord as well.
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Send them across to Patrick as well. And,
so the jet on the left hand side of Athos 1 this year is Patrick, the one you've just mentioned. He joined us not too long ago, and he's integrated very, very well with the rest of the team. He's one of the more important members of the team at the front section of our formations, and he has a very difficult job of trying to keep the formations as tight as possible, of course without colliding. So here we are from the right hand side, one of the more prominent aircraft of the French Air Force. This is the Rafale roll. As they head up, the entire formation is now going to roll. A very, very difficult manoeuvre to do. And the Rafale, the 4th generation fighter on behalf of the French Air Force. It's seen operational duty as recent as Mali in Operation Harmattan. So they're now just going to bank this formation out to the left hand side. And this next one is one of the highlights of the display. So now what they're doing, they're just timing it right. So you can see the nose lights out to our left hand side. What we're now going to do, we're now going to flick the smoke on, and the team is about to pull up into another loop. And you can see our 6th ship. You can see the outer jets there, giving it a boot full of rudder to create the outer jets. On their way down, they're going to broaden or widen this formation. And get ready, they're about to flick the smoke off and roll right over the top of us in the alpha rolls. So as they do that, they're now going to head into another loop, collapsing the formation before they do that. See how quickly, yeah, beat me to it. See how quickly the team return to that formation once they've collapsed from Saphir. As the smoke hits at the top of the loop, we're now going to exit to the 45 degrees to the right hand side. Now what we're going to do, we're now going to bring this formation in at crowd center. So far you've seen all 6 jets in tight formations. What we're going to do now is change the pace of our display. So we're now going to split into 2 sections. Normally in our normal 8 ship, you'd see the front 4 jets and the back 4 jets. Of course we only have 6 jets tonight, so get ready. 3 jets are going to split either side. Get those cameras ready for the Atlas break. So as the 3 jets exit either side, they're now going to reposition for their next manoeuvre. They're now going to enter what we call line astern. So each jet is going to be directly on top of each other. And they're now about to approach each other at a closing speed of 600 miles an hour. In line astern then, as the smoke comes on, they're now about to meet in the middle for La Linea.
Wow.
So once they do that, they're now about to complete their own individual rolls, or loops I should say, as they head up. They're just timing it with each other so that they hit each part of the loop at exactly the same time. So there they are.
Right.
So Athos 4 for this year is Rich. Rich is one of the older members of the team, and he's been on the team since its early days as well. In from the right hand side you can see the 2 jets of Athos 3 and 4. They're now about to pull up. One jet is inverted or upside down, the other one the right way up. They're now going to complete the opposition roll, or the roulement de miroir. So now as they complete that, get those eyes directly out in front, and you'll see the front 4 jets getting ready in a La Papillon. Now,
Wow.
once they split, they're now going to return in the middle before they split. There they go. Perfectly done there by our front 4 jets. Now look out at crowd centre, all the way in the distance by Mount Chiliad. Looking left and right in our opposition rolls. So the two white smoking jets there complete that. Now look out into the distance at crowd centre. You're about to see 4 jets. What we'd normally do now is complete rolls before we perform our break. But for tonight, we're not going to do that. So we're just going to flick the smoke on, get those cameras ready. Out of crowd centre. This is the synchro break.
That is awesome.
So this is Athos 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the back 2 jets are 5 and 6. Athos 5 for this year is Carl. And he's one of the more experienced team members. And he's partnered up by Athos 6, which is Ryan. He's our synchro lead for this year. And joined the team back in June. So looking left and right. They're now just timing it so they meet directly at crowd centre. Get ready. This is La Rupture.
Wow. Look at that.
So once they do that, keep your eyes on those 4 jets, the 2 jets either side. They're now going to reapproach each other once again. You can see the timing is perfect, and what we try to do is to maintain that for our next one, as the smoke's about to come on once again. Aiming again to meet at crowd centre. This is Ovria. Nicely done there by the back 4 jets, looking straight behind now. And you'll see 2 jets coming in with their white smoke. Either jet is now going to split left and right, nice and close there as they split. And now what they're going to do is complete their own individual loops, and what we're calling the opposition loop. Rolling out at the top for a half Cuban 8 and completing that manoeuvre. Exiting over our heads. Now looking straight out of crowd centre. Red and blue smoke jets out in the distance. They're now about to draw a figure of 8, or what we call La Figure de 8. So now this is their first time of crossing, preparing for their second directly in front of us. Once they do that, each jet is now pulling up into the vertical before switching their smoke off. Now looking to the left and rear, they're all in line astern. They're now about to paint a diamond, which we call Derrière la Diamant. So as they do that, they exit out to the right hand side. As we make way for the synchro pair of Athos 5 and 6, they're coming in from our left hand side. You can see the nose lights out in the distance. What we're now going to do, the blue smoke jet is going to complete a very slow roll. The red smoke jet rolling around the outskirts of his smoke. Once they do that, they're now about to pull up into a loop, trying to keep it as close as possible on the bottom. They're about to split. That is the roulement.
Wow.
So whilst they prepare for their next manoeuvre, we're now going to make way for the front 3 jets. No, sorry, front 4 jets out in front. Athos 1 is about to bend that formation to the left hand side, so they're now just going to split over the top, out right in front of us. On their way down, they're now going to give it a boot for the rudder, so they're each going to space themselves out in Elysee.
Wow.
So they're now going to pull up on a slight angle. Now get those cameras left and right. This is Athos 5 and 6. One jet is the right way up, the other one inverted in the vice versa. Now keep your eyes on those two jets. They're about to approach each other once. This is definitely one for the cameras with the smoke trail. So here they are, just cooperating with each other, so they meet at crowd centre. Here they go. The smoke is now on as they get ready for the Matre Celeste. So now they're going to exit out over to Mount Chiliad.
Stay away explosions, guys.
Now to the left hand side, drawing a box-like formation in the Magister. So the two red and blue smoke jets complete a barrel roll or a roll back. As they complete that, now looking out to the right hand side, you'll see the two jets of 5 and 6. They're now going to go inverted or upside down, and in this time they're now going to do 3.5 rolls. So there's one, there's two, and now they're going to do 3.5, and they did that perfectly at the same time as well. Now what they're going to do is pull straight up into a loop and roll out at the top. They're now looking for the rest of the formation. This is the highlight of our display, so get ready. They're about to fly through an inverted V of the rest of the team as we perform the kaleidoscope. So the synchro out in the back splits, and here we go. Two red and blue smoke jets rolling around the outskirts of the front two jets. As they complete that, look out to the 45 degrees to the right. Both jets are now pushing forward on the stick, and a negative pass here in what we call the negative inverse. So what they're now going to do, they're going to exit just behind us in preparation for our next manoeuvre. This is in appreciation for coming out and watching us tonight. So at crowd centre, you should expect to see 4 jets approaching. Their smoke's about to come on as they pull up on an angle. 2 jets are now going to party either way as we draw the heart. However, 5 and 6 spear in the heart with the red and blue smoke. So this is our last manoeuvre of the routine itself. So all 6 jets are now going to join up for one last time. They might even give us a few fly pasts as they finish the display. So here they are then, out in the distance at crowd centre. The smoke's about to come on for the Drapeau Francais. So ladies and gents, you've been watching the 2020 PDLS. So that was our... No worries. Glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. So what I think we're going to do is get a short fly past at the end. So you might even get another one where they brake to land in front. So
Are you landing in front of us?
we should be. We should be. Yeah, so thank you for having us. Well, I think you have been our best crowd that we've displayed at. Here they are then. With the blue, white and red. It's the Patria de los Santos. So they should they should be repositioning out on the right hand side, and they'll be coming in over for one last time, and what they'll be doing is braking to land over the top of us, or should. Yeah, I think Athos 1 is leading them to the left hand side. This is one for the cameras then. You can get some pictures as they land as well. So they're all going to be in one straight line to the one side of Athos 1. Here they are. So Athos 1 is about to brake. There he goes. Now Athos 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the front 4 jets will land normally in front of us, and the back 2 jets of 5 and 6 should be joining up and landing at the same time with their smoke. So there they are. So there's Athos 1, 2, 3, down on the ground. Actually, I think we're going to get a patriotic blue, white and red of the back 3 jets. There they go. So thank you for having us. We've been the Patria de los Santos. I've been Athos 10 for tonight, making sure that you try and enjoy the display by guiding your eyes in the right direction. So thank you for having us. This is Athos 10 signing out. Love it.
You don't need any more bellies. It's good though, Sean. You actually sorted this out. It gets boring winning the events every day.
So how was that then for your first air show?
Mate, that was absolute the bottom. Extremely impressed. I'm not even going to say that. I'm honestly impressed. It was like actually being on the beach and watching an air show. I'm not going to lie. But I'm being great pilots.
Boys, boys, boys.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, that was one of our best shows. I think it's got to be our best crowd as well. They're loving it in game chat.
Yeah, I was just going to go in actually.
Yeah. Really, really good crowd.
Yeah, pilots.
Guys, thanks for watching. You know, it's there. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, you've got the white out. You wish I had that and rocket it. Did you enjoy it?
Indeed. Right,
What we like to hear.
on to the car show. Who's the drag races?
That was their first air show, if you like. So yeah, pressure was on. I think we prefer displaying in front of car meets than we do our actual community at this point.
Yeah, totally.
I do anyway.
All the photos that I've taken, I'm gonna have to crop some of the stuff out. I'm gonna have to crop some of the photos down because it's been invited and sit in the corner.
But yeah, thanks again for coming to watch, guys.
Don't
Appreciate it.
that shot. Yeah, thanks for asking us to display a few as well.
I must have put about 60 or 70 photos there.
Right, should we go back into the party?
Yep, no worries.
See you later, guys.
Thank you, Avenue. See you later.
That's cool.
Hope they enjoyed it.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Should we message the chat for Rich and Stance?
Yes. But
Oh,
when you just like,
now.
do you want to shoot off and down then?
Yeah.
Come back to us as soon as you're done if you can.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right.
Your hair looks so stupid. He looks like a Lego figure, doesn't he?
Should we make an invite
It's
on?
on.
We can't because of the invite.
You know what I mean? Friends, what we do, friends on.
It's because of all the dodgy issues.
Ryan looks like fucking Woody. Ryan looks like Woody when he takes off his cowboy hat.
Oh, exactly. George, make a friend session with you,
Okay.
Go ahead, Felix. So who's that on again? Fucking knock him.
Right, come on, boys, no.
No
There's
messing
one in
about
the
it,
cowboy.
like fucking Don Cerrone, what are you fucking saying?
You done tell the world. You ever was my girl. You were my post when I'm gone.